Welcome to the Miss Juneteenth pageant.
Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is staying safe out there. Today I will be reviewing a BET original movie called Juneteenth. I don't know if anyone's seen it, and I did watch it, and I was actually watching it in angry mode. I thought it was a beautiful movie, but it did make me a little bit angry, sad, because I believe how they filmed the movie is like a reflection of me. It's like myself looking in the mirror. I was like, if this woman in the movie mirroring my own life, and this is what I look like when I make bad choices in life. It doesn't look too good when you're making bad decisions, and it actually looks crazy. And this movie is like, you have to get it together and clean up your life. Juneteenth is about a young lady who lives in the South, somewhere in Texas, and everybody in the town had high hopes from the young lady named Turquoise Jones, who was a past winner of a Juneteenth pageant. Turquoise Jones is actually older now in the movie, and she is married to her longtime sweetheart, who is a no good husband. If you have watched the movie, you will see this man is no good. And she has a teenage daughter who is 14 years old named Kai Maria Jones. And when I watched this movie, I just felt sad for Turquoise, aka Miss Juneteenth, because that's what everybody still refer her to, as Miss Juneteenth.
I will never get over seeing Miss Juneteenth cleaning toilets.
Why I feel sad for her? Because the choices that she made in the movie was just ridiculous. It was just outrageous. One mistake I believe Juneteenth, who is Turquoise, made is she want her young daughter to follow in her footsteps and pageantry. And I think that's one mistake that she made in this movie, is pressuring your child to follow in your shadows. As a parent, I think no parent should force their children to follow their path and allow their children to have their own identity and allow them to do what they feel free and love to do. That what makes them happy in life. Your children are not supposed to be you. They supposed to be themselves.
I know that you are looking to replicate your success.
What's her problem?
I beat her.
And let me tell you about this young lady, Kai, who is Turquoise's daughter, and she will be soon turning 15. And Kai is actually into majorette dancing. That was where her passion is, and that's what she loves. And she really don't want to do the Juneteenth pageantry, but her mother is forcing her, okay? And that's not where her heart is, okay? So I could just imagine being forced to do something that you really don't want to do. I think that's heartbreaking. And I really think a child should not suffer that way. The only time a child should really be pressured into doing something is when they are depressed and they really don't want to do nothing. That's when you force them, encourage them to get into activities and stuff like that, so they could have some social skills in the world. That's just my opinion. Kai actually has a boyfriend that's very supportive of her and actually helping her prepare for this pageant. And he actually encouraged her to make it her own instead of doing exactly what her mother did, because she really don't want to do exactly what her mother did. I think BET filmed it this way of a domino effect of making bad choices is because we in reality have to see ourselves, and the decisions that we make, it makes no sense. And you have to say, hey, when does these poor choices end? And what didn't make sense to me is Turquoise working 2 jobs to pay for something her child did not want to be in, which was causing more hardship on her because she was barely making it. She could barely cover her bills, and then we put in all this money killing ourselves for something that our child don't want to be a part of. And she could have put that money on majorette dancing, but Turquoise did not want her daughter Kai to become a majorette dancing because herself was a pole dancer, and she didn't want her daughter to follow down in that footstep. But sometimes in life, as parents, sometimes we make bad choices, but we got to have faith in our parenting. As the child gets older, they will make better choices than we did. And as a parent, it is to guide your children in the right direction, but sometimes they got to make their own mistakes to see whether it works for them or not. That's just my opinion as well.
Regular, more regular. I hate to see what.
And I feel like the money could have went to majorette dancing because that would have made her happy, and also she also would have got a scholarship to go to college, and she could have did that professional. She could have went on to a basketball league and became a basketball those people that dance, the girls that dance for the basketball people. I don't know, cheerleader. I don't know what you call them. Dance people, a basketball dancer. I don't know what you call it. That is, I don't know what you call it. I like that. Actually, could have been a profession that could have turned professional, or she could have did theater with majorette dancing or something else. I don't know. I'm just saying, majorette dancing can become professional in real life. When Kai didn't win the pageant, this is when her mother comes to the realization that Kai Marie Jones is a winner and a queen and will always be, whether she don't hold a title or not. You are always somebody. It's not what somebody think or perceives of you. It is what you think of yourself and what you perceive of yourself. Sometimes, some people opinions doesn't matter. It's how you feel about you. But we want to have positive thoughts about ourselves and less negative thoughts. Let's talk about Miss Juneteenth decisions with her husband. First of all, they were legally married, but he was like an off and on husband. He come when he want to the house, okay? I don't think he really stayed there. He only came around when he wanted sex. And he brought more hardship on Miss Juneteenth because he really didn't pay for anything.
I've been right by y'all this time.
She had to beg this man to help out with her own child. When it came to babysitting, he couldn't babysit because he had something else to do. But later actually got him in trouble and sent to jail. So he chose that event over his family, okay? And why does a woman have to beg a man to take care of his own child? Knowing that you have this information, knowing that this child is, you know this information, nothing needs to be proven. Why do one have to beg you to be or help out with your own child. I don't like that. I think nobody should have to beg. If somebody asks you to do something, if you have it, you should be able to do it. Even though the man only came around once in a blue moon, he was doing his own thing and stuff like that. He did have a point. Why waste money on something that she don't want to do? But that is not the point. You want to be supportive of your child. And if the mother asks you to do something, to supply some money towards something, and if you gave your word, because that's actually what he did. He gave his word. He promised he was going to give her the money for the dress. And he was going to pay her back from getting out of jail, which I did not like. Because she sacrificed her and her daughter being in the dark, celebrating her daughter's birthday in the dark. Because she was going to bail him out of jail. So her electricity was off. And he stuck paying a $500 bail fee. And then $2,890 for shooting an alligator. Because the alligator was going to eat them. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. Well, if it was me, if I had to choose, I'm going to have my husband sitting in jail, first of all. I'm not going to have my kid and me sitting in the dark with electricity off. Okay? And then I'm not going to go to bat for a man that's in and half out of my life and not really there consistently in my life. No. Now, I see he was a good man. There are some good men. If there's some good men out there and he went to jail, okay, I see. Put the money on him. But will a good man sacrifice him sitting in jail, or have you sitting in the dark with your child? I don't know. I'm just saying, her celebrating her daughter's birthday in the dark, and Miss Juneteenth made the best of it. Because Kai didn't really have an attitude like, why there's no electricity. And the mother put the cake in her face to just bring it up. And they had a good time. They had a good time. And the mother actually gifted her with a necklace that she put on. And I'm like, this is another thing. It basically shows our priorities are effed up sometimes. We focus on the wrong things instead of on the main things, which has a downward spiral if you don't get a control over your decision making. And I think that was the positive of the movie, highlighting that we have to change our way of thinking sometimes, because stuff don't make sense in what we do. And let's go back. He promised to pay for something, and when he didn't have the money and he chose himself over his word, Miss Juneteenth felt like her soul was taken away. She put her all into everybody. She even took care of her mother who drinks. But nobody really took care of Miss Juneteenth. But there is a silver lining in the movie, because Miss Juneteenth sold her wedding ring. And I really thought she was going to put it on the dress, because she couldn't get the dress because the husband never gave her the money for it. And she finally did something for herself, okay? She sold the wedding ring and got the money for it and put a deposit to own a restaurant because her boss got sick. And she said, forget about this. This is about me this time, okay? Me. I got to think about myself. And let me tell you, my girl is a business owner. She owns a bar. And let me tell you, the man accepted the deposit and gave her the deed to the restaurant or the bar. And the man gave her the deed to the bar in a suitcase. I thought it was beautiful. Sometimes we always do for other people, and it's a time that we need to take time out for ourselves and enjoy our benefits. One thing I didn't like about the movie is how they highlighted the pageant. Every pageant is different, but this pageant was like a black pageant. It's nothing but black people, black operated, and it seemed more like an elite group who looked down on people who have not made it in the pageantry or become like high ranking in jobs or titles, and I really don't like that. Juneteenth actually worked regular job. She was a regular job person. She actually worked at a bar and she did makeup in a funeral home. That's how she got her extra money as well. And the man at the funeral helped her out, let her borrow the hearse, because when her car broke down, she was driving around with a hearse, and Kai thought that was embarrassing and stuff like that. And she actually favored her father more than her mother, who actually did the most, and the father actually did the less for her, which is crazy to me. I just think that's crazy. And then the father actually put Kai in a situation where somebody could have got hurt, and she could have got hurt, and she actually got scared because she actually texted her mother to come pick her up, and her mother did that, and her mother was not pleased, and I wouldn't be either. I just want to say, whether you part of a pageant or a sorority, I said that does not define you. It is part of who you are. It is what you make of your life for yourself. Because you can have children at a young age. It might be a slow process, but you could still make it and become successful. You could become a business owner. You could become a higher ranking title, like a lawyer, working in the corporate office. You could still make it. It's what you make it out of it. Sometimes it might be a slow process because you have the children, and it's not going to be an easy role to do, but it can be done. But people need to stop looking down on people who are not like high up or something like that. Everybody is somebody. I don't care what your job is. I don't care if you work for McDonald's, you a lawyer, or a judge, or you do sewer work, or you a janitor. I don't care. We all somebody, and people need to stop saying you're a nobody, you're no this. Okay? Now, that might be, you might say that if they come for you first. Like if they started, you like, oh, they started talking to you crazy, then you might say that. I'm just saying. Because you don't want people talking to you crazy. Or some people might say it's better not to say nothing at all and let people show you their success. I don't know. It's whatever you want it to be. If you put the work in, you're going to get the outcome. If you don't put the work in, you're going to get exactly that. Nothing. Oh, let me tell you about my experience. I too also did pageantry myself. And I actually did it twice. And I actually had a good experience with pageantry. I actually liked it. I met new people. I thought the girls was nice. They was friendly. They supported me. They encouraged me. Because when I first did it, I was nervous. I didn't know what I was doing. But as soon as you get the experience, your confidence builds. And I think some pageantry teach you that. It teaches you to build confidence, self-esteem, how to carry yourself as a young lady. It's supposed to be uplifting and motivating to young girls. It's not supposed to bully nobody, put people down. That's not what it's supposed to be. But some pageants are like that. But the pageants I were in was nothing like that. And I met some really cool people. But if you're going to do pageantry, you definitely going to need money because it is very expensive. So, if you don't have money to waste, then it's not for you. But if you want your children to get experience, I recommend it for children. Because I love the pageant idea. But I think it's something that your kid want to do. And I said my mother encouraged me to do it. It's not like I thought of this idea on my own. But I'm grateful for my mom for getting me into pageantry. And no, I didn't win anything. But I'm grateful for the experience that I have done. And at the end of the video, you're going to see my pageantry photos. Yay! Y'all going to see me in my pageantry. Don't make fun of me now. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at my pageantry. I want to say, encourage your children to think bigger, to do bigger, to do better. Everybody is somebody. But let them choose their own path on what they want to do. And what we're going to do, we're going to support them, whether we like it or not. And I want to thank you for listening. And I want to thank you for watching. Everybody have a good day. Thanks.